So previously I unboxed the R9 Fury X, which is AMD's new flagship graphics card that has high bandwidth memory and water cooling and all that cool stuff. So if you guys want to check that out, check it out on the screen right now. But today we're going to unbox the little, I guess, child of the Fury X. It's just the R9 Fury, and it's from Sapphire. I believe they're one of the few that actually have graphics cards for the R9 Fury right now. But it's not quite as fast, but it's also quite a bit more affordable. So let's see what it looks like, and there's a little sneak peek of it right there. So yeah, by the way, I also had a benchmark video for the R9 Fury X, but it's not really perfect because I wasn't able to run it at 4K because of limitations that I'll talk about later in this video as well, because this card also has limitations with 4K. Even though it does say 4K Extreme Gaming, you can do 4K, just only with DisplayPort, which really blows dick. High bandwidth memory, 4 gigabytes of it, so that's basically the same as the R9 Fury X, although I think it might be clocked less. I know the core is clocked less and stuff like that, and I think it has less processors or stuff like that. I know it's cut down a little bit. Bundled with an HDMI cord, that's kind of cool. It's overclocked, of course, which is cool. Liquid VR, so it's better for VR stuff, I suppose, which is good because a lot of that stuff is coming out soon. 3 fans, which is actually really interesting. We'll see once we unbox it, but like I'm pretty sure one fan is like not even on the graphics card, which is kind of funny. Oh look, here's system specs. So it looks like these are pretty similar to the Fury X, to be honest, although I think you can probably get by with a little bit less power than the Fury X in this card. But regardless, it says you need 750 watts or greater and 2 8-pins, so that's pretty hefty, to be honest. Let's see, anything else special? 8 gigabytes of RAM, and I guess 16 recommended for Crossfire. Let's see, blah, 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 64-bit required, and that's pretty much all you need to know. Yeah, cool stuff. By the way, the box is way smaller than like the Fury X. You can actually see Cutting Edge Gamer had to send me like a bigger box so that I was actually able to ship the old card back, which is kind of funny, but like this box is so much smaller than the Fury X. Just because it doesn't have water cooling, of course, and no radiator. And the back of the box doesn't really say anything too impressive, to be honest, so I think we're just gonna skip it. But while I go ahead and try to open up this box, actually I need scissors, but go ahead and check out Cutting Edge Gamer. That's where I got this graphics card. And if you guys like video gaming on computers and all that, you know, having a crazy fast computer, Cutting Edge Gamer is something you really need to consider checking out. I've been with Cutting Edge Gamer for, gosh, I think it's been like 3 years at this point, and I've been making videos talking about him for a long time, mostly because I actually think Cutting Edge Gamer is a damn great value. You pay monthly for your graphics cards, so you're leasing them, and if you actually do calculate it out, I'll be honest with you guys, you pay more than if you were to buy the graphics card straight out. But Cutting Edge Gamer has benefits like, first of all, you pay monthly, so you don't have to cough out like 600 bucks all at once, which can be tough for some people. It might not be tough for you, but it's tough for some people. Let's see, you also get free well, I guess like if your graphics card ever breaks, Cutting Edge Gamer takes care of the RMA service, which is perfect. They'll actually send you a graphics card out like right away. Shipping is free, of course, and you can also upgrade your graphics card whenever you want. That's why I have so many graphics card unboxings on my channel. It's because Cutting Edge Gamer allows me to upgrade whenever I want to. They also have other cool stuff, so check them out on Facebook, Twitter, or just the website itself, which, by the way, I have a link in the description, so if you want to support my channel, check out them, and, you know, consider checking out Cutting Edge Gamer and see if you want to, see if it's your thing. If it's not your thing, then let's progress ourselves into this unboxing video and check out this little transformer guy. By the way, I also want to mention to you guys that I am definitely going to try to get the R9 Nano whenever that comes out. It actually just, it got released about the time that I'm making this video. Wow, holy crap, that thing is tight. Holy crap, but it is kind of cool that you can see the graphics card right off the bat, out of the box, which is very cool. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The CD and manual is under the foam tray. Okay, well, that's nice that they tell you about that. Okay, so guys, let's check out the R9 Fury. R9 Fury, I almost said the Fury X, but it's not the Fury X. Okay, so wow, okay, so this graphics card, it looks really cool. First off, you can see a bunch of heat pipes right in there. It looks like, I think there's 4 going each, no wait, is that 5? I think it might be 5 going that way. There's a lot of heat pipes down there, I'll tell you what, but it looks like there might be like 5 going each way or something like that. Let's see, I think there's 5 going to the right, And then it's kind of hard to tell, but I think there's at least a couple going to the left, which is really badass. So that's pretty freaking awesome. Oh, by the way, I want to mention while we're taking a look at this that I will have a benchmark video for this graphics card in the future, so look out for that if you're looking for that. I'm not actually going to test the graphics card in this video. I'm just checking it out. But damn, does this thing look beautiful right now. First off, I do like the color scheme. It's kind of like, you know, black and orangish, I guess. So hopefully that fits into your thing pretty nicely. It's not overly orange or anything, which is nice. Although it does have a backplate that has orange on it. And that backplate looks sexy. But first off, let's talk about the display connectors. I think I usually start off with that. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Looks like we got 3 full displays right here and then 1 HDMI. The HDMI is, I believe, 1.4A, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost like totally confident that it's not HDMI 2.0, which is really shitty. HDMI 2.0 allows 4K at 60 hertz. So like if you have like a TV with HDMI 2.0, like I do, then you can run 4K at 60 hertz. Unfortunately, this does not have that, which kind of blows. But you can run 4K from these display ports. So if you have a DisplayPort monitor that is 4K, then you are good to go. And this graphics card probably has plenty of power for 4K. Ooh, look at that, you can see in there. Look at those beautiful heat pipes, god damn. Okay, so of course we got 3 fans, big ass fans right here. And you can actually see where the PCB stops right there, and there's like an entire fan off the PCB. So they did that to allow more cooling. I don't know if it's totally necessary. I'll probably talk more about this in my benchmark video, see if the temperatures are very hot. Because of course on the Fury X, you know, it's water cooled, so they don't really have to worry too much about cooling on that, to be honest, because it's already, you know, set up pretty well. But on this, they might have had to, you know, do some extra stuff. And just look at all the damn fins, like everywhere. There are open fins all over the goddamn place. And then right back here too, holy crap. So as you can see, that's where the PCB like ends, and that's like the extra stuff. So like, if you just like cut this off right here, that's the length of a Fury X because it has water cooling. But then this is the regular Fury and it adds all those fins and the extra fan over there. But like I've seen other YouTubers mention, it's totally like you can like this is like breathable through the back of it. So that means that it's pushing a lot of air all the way through this, which is going to you know, probably allow for quite a bit of cooling, which is awesome. There's our 2 8-pins right there, so it's pretty power hungry, so make sure you know about that. And it looks like it does have the LED indicators like the Fury X, which is pretty badass, to be completely honest. I really do like that a lot. Although the connectors are not flip-flopped, you know, so you actually have to like get your fingers in there if you want to ever take it out. So I guess do keep that in mind, of course. But damn, does that backplate look sexy as hell. So it has a couple cutouts for the crap, what is that? The VRMs? I don't really know what that is. But there's a GPU right there, which is pretty badass. Just got a lot of brushed aluminum going here, so got some good colors. It's not overly colorful in my opinion, but it does look pretty badass. And then you can see some heat pipes at the end of that, which is very cool as well. So I guess, is there really any much else thing to mention? I mean, there's a BIOS switch. The Fury X also has that. Can you kind of see that right there? And then you can kind of see that there's also no crossfire fingers because like all new AMD cards don't need that. So you just do that directly through the PCI Express, which by the way doesn't have any protectors on it for that for some reason. I don't really know why that doesn't have any protectors. The display ports do, so I don't really know why this doesn't, but I guess that's okay. Cool stuff. There is the HDMI cord it talked about, which is cool. I don't know if it supports 4K, although if it does, then that's probably overkill because the graphics card doesn't support 4K with HDMI, but it looks like it's about 6 foot, I think. So that's cool that they add that. And then you also get an adapter. It's full-size display to DVI. Wow, I really wish I had one of those for the fucking Fury X. I actually had to buy an adapter, so that was really shitty, but you get a really nice adapter, actually. It adds a little bit of link to it, which is cool, and then you get display or DVI right there to full-size display. That's really badass. Thank you. And then like the sticker mentions, there is some stuff underneath here. We get the driver disc, and you have a little Sapphire sticker in there, which is cool. If you really want to use that. Let's see, here's some stuff. Yeah, made in Germany, I guess. Or that's where the representatives are. Okay, cool. And quick install guide, cool. If you need an install guide, I have one on my channel, by the way. And then you can also register your graphics card. Okay, well, I hope that helped you guys out in this video. By the way, if you're looking at like length specifications and everything, actually, let's go ahead and measure this thing because it does look pretty lengthy. I think it's just about as long as like graphics cards are these days, but it's definitely quite a bit lengthier than the Fury X. Okay, so all the way from the I/O to the back of the card, it's about 12 inches or so. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I am doing inches, by the way, because I'm from America. But America, woo! Yeah, so it's 12 inches. I think some graphics cards are 13 inches if I'm correct. But just make sure that'll fit. It doesn't go too much above where the I/O stops, so that shouldn't be too big of a deal. But it is a pretty lengthy graphics card, so do keep that in mind. Beyond that, I hope you guys found this graphics card unboxing kind of cool and helpful and everything. I hope this graphics card, I hope you thought it looked badass, because I certainly do too. It's just really interesting. I've never seen like a graphics card like that adds this and then makes it all breathable and everything. That's probably a good idea, and we'll see how it cools in my benchmark video, so look out for that in the future. But beyond that, you guys have a great motherfucking day, and I'll see you crazy motherfuckers later. Peace out.
You get that ass smacked.